Hello! Welcome to our RE lessons online. My name is Sarah and I am from Sutton Schoolswork and I am a Christian. Now today we are going to be thinking about caring for others. So I wonder, what do you think it means to care for others? I'm going to give you 10 seconds to have a think about that question.
What does it mean to care for others?
Now, when we care for others, we show love and kindness to that person. We might help them out. We might look out for them and be really interested in what's going on in their life. So today we're going to think about 3 questions. The first one we're going to think about is, who cares for us? The second question we're going to think about is, how can we care for others? And the third question we're going to think about is, why is it important to care for others? Now, first of all, we're going to start with a game, a guessing game. I am going to describe someone who might help us or look after us or care for us, and I want you to guess who I am talking about. So are you ready? Here we go.
Game. Guess who I'm describing.
So this first person, you might see them at school. They look after you while you are there and they help you to learn things as well. Can you guess who I'm talking about? It is a teacher. Well done if you got that right. Okay, second one. These people have a really important job, especially at the moment. If we're ever feeling a little bit unwell or we're worried about our health, we can go to them for help and advice. They look after us and they try their best to make us feel better. Can you guess who I'm talking about? That's right, it is a doctor or a nurse. Okay, next one. These people do a similar job to a doctor, but they don't look after humans. They look after and help animals. Can you guess who I'm talking about? What are these people called? They are called vets. Well done if you got that right. Okay, last one. These people are really important in our life. We might have lots of them, we might just have 2 or 3. They're probably the same age as us. We might have fun with them in the playground at school. We might have been to their house to have some fun. We might have gone somewhere exciting with them for their birthday. They often cheer us up, make us laugh. We love spending time with them. Who might I be talking about? Our friends, of course. So well done if you got all of those right. Now, if there's someone with you, why don't you pause this video and have a go at that game yourself? You need to have a think of someone who cares for us, who helps us, who looks after us, describe them and see if the other person can guess. See how many people you can think of. So pause this video and have a go. Let's think about our first question. Who cares for us? Now, in Christians' special book, the Bible, it tells them all about Jesus. Christians believe that Jesus is God's Son, and the Bible tells them that when Jesus was on earth, he cared for others in lots of different ways. He helped people, he made them better, he talked to people and spent time with people that others didn't like. Now let's hear about a story of a time when Jesus cared for others that shocked everyone else.
Washing feet. This is a story written in the Bible by one of Jesus' helpers, called John. He saw everything that happened. Jesus and his helpers had a special meal together. Then Jesus wanted to teach them that a leader looks after others. He got a bowl of water and a towel. "I am going to wash your feet," Jesus said. His friends were surprised. Jesus knelt down and began to gently wash their dirty feet and dry them on a towel. Peter was upset. "Why are you doing a servant's job? You are our important leader," he said. But Jesus was showing them that a good leader isn't too important to do anything for other people. It was Peter's turn. "You will never wash my dirty feet," said Peter. "But I am being your true friend," said Jesus. "Then wash my face and my hands as well. I want to learn how to look after other people the way you do," said Peter.
Now, would you like to wash someone else's dirty, smelly feet? No. Now, Jesus chose to do this job because he loved and cared for his friends, even though it wasn't a very nice job to do. And maybe sometimes others do things for us that they would rather not do, but they do those things because they love and care for us and want to be kind and helpful. So here's an activity to help you think about this a little bit more. You want to make some feet shape, a little bit like this. You could either go to the template that is on our website and ask an adult to print it out for you. The link is underneath this video. Or you could draw around your own foot. You want to make 3 or 4 feet shapes, and on those feet, draw or write some of those people who care for you. So maybe think about some of those people that were in that game. We might draw or write our friends' names on our feet, or maybe our teachers, or doctors, or nurses, or someone else that you can think about. Why don't you pause this video while you do that? Let's think about our second question. How can we care for others? Now, it's great when people care for us, isn't it? So perhaps it's important for us to do the same for others. Now, when Jesus had washed his friends' feet, he told them that they needed to do the same. Not go round and wash everyone's smelly feet, but to show love and care and kindness to others. He even told them a story to tell them who they should show love to, the story of the Good Samaritan. Let's hear that story.
This is the story of the Good Samaritan. Jesus told this story so we would know how to be a good friend to those in need. It is found in the Bible in the book of Luke. A man was walking along the road from Jerusalem to the town of Jericho when some bad men stole his coat and left him lying on the side of the road, badly hurt. The hurt man lay in the hot sun. At last he saw someone coming past. It was a very holy man who loved to pray. "Help me, please," cried the hurt man. But the very holy man took no notice. He walked on the other side of the road. He didn't stop to help the hurt man. He was too busy praying to God. A very clever teacher from his own town came past. He walked on the far side of the road and pretended not to see the hurt man. He did not stop to help him. A stranger from the country of Samaria came along the road with his little donkey. He saw the hurt man by the side of the road. The man from Samaria was very kind. "I will help you, my friend," said the kind man from Samaria. He gave the man a drink of water, helped him, and put him on his donkey's back. He found a place for the man to stay and paid for everything he needed. Jesus wants us to help other people. That is called being a good Samaritan.
When Jesus told this story, he wanted people to think about trying to be kind and care for everyone, not just our best friends. So here's the second part of our activity to help us think about this a bit more. This time you want to make some hand shapes. Again, you can use our template and print it, or you could draw around your hand and cut that drawing out. Again, make 3 or 4 of these, and on your hands, this time, why don't you write or draw some ways that you could care for others? Maybe you could use kind words and say nice things to people. Maybe if your brother or sister falls over, you could help them up a little bit like the Good Samaritan did. Maybe you could write a letter or make a present for someone. See how many things you can think of. Pause this video while you do this. So let's think about our third question. Why is caring for others important? Do you think caring for others is important? Well, let's hear from some Christians as to why they think caring for others is a really important thing to do.
Why do Christians believe caring for others is important?
I found out that when you care for other people, not only does it make the other person feel good, it makes you feel good as well.
I think caring for others is really important because Jesus tells us in the Bible that we should show kindness to people around us and show that we care, and that makes him really happy.
It's important to always treat anyone else the way you hope they might treat you. So if you'd like people to care for you, it matters that you do the same and are caring to them.
I think caring for others is really important. And part of the reason I think that is that it talks about in the Bible the 2 most important things that we should be doing is loving God and loving others. And part of that comes down to that every single person on this planet is made in God's image. And that basically means everyone's really important. And if everyone's really important, I think it's great to be able to care for them, to look after them in whatever ways they need.
A long time ago I didn't have a lot of money, and one of my friends treated me to a pair of shoes. In fact, this actual pair of shoes, and I kept them because it reminds me of how grateful I felt, what a difference it made to me. And it reminds me how I can make a difference to other people when I show care to them.
So for Christians, they believe that caring for others is a really important thing to do because it's what Jesus did, and he asked them to do it for others as well. Now I wonder what you think. Well, I've got 3 questions to help us think about this a little bit more. Why don't you pause the video after each question, have a think about your answer. Maybe you could have a go at writing your answer down or drawing it, or if there's someone with you, perhaps you could have a chat with them about your answer. So, question number 1. Can you remember what Jesus did to help his friends in that first story? He washed their feet. Question number 2. Can you remember who Jesus wanted people to help in that second story? Not just our friends, but everyone. He wanted people to help everyone. And question number 3. Why do you think caring for others is important? So we've heard 2 Bible stories. We've thought about who cares for us, how we can care for others, and why it's important to care for others as well. Here's something you could do to help remind you of what we thought about today. Why don't you get your hands and your feet that you drew and stick them onto a piece of paper and make your own Caring for Others poster. You could even add some more if you wanted. You could colour it in, make it look really bright and colourful and fun. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye!